Do you hear that, guys? Do you hear that? I think I broke the game. I don't know what I did. Okay, I'm gonna reduce the volume a little bit. Alright, okay, so we are on another account. Lucky me, lucky me. Subscribe. Okay, so we are on Europe server 2. The player that I'm helping this time around, I mean, I'm not helping, I am showcasing, the player that I'm showcasing, okay? The player that I'm showcasing is called Lucky Me. He comes from Europe 2. Yes, I've said that twice. Okay, for today's video, we're gonna look at another PvE comp, okay? I've been hearing a lot of people saying that Hattori is not worth building. I frankly don't know if you actually read skills, but he is super cool. Okay, so this is the kit that this player's Hattori is running with. Lots of HP, lots of attack, decent defense, okay speed. I think the speed could be better, but because he is currently trying to juggle crit rate, right? Crit rate and speed as well. I think there is gonna be a and hit percent as well, okay, and hit percent as well, okay. So he's very rune hungry. This unit is very rune hungry, but I still feel like the speed can be improved. I mean, he has a 6-star speed rune over here, so he only has like 5 speed subs, which is really bad. Where is the speed sub? I can't even find it. There you go. It's just up there. And to be honest, you don't necessarily need attack, but if you want to clear your first 2 waves faster, probably attack. Okay, so the reason why he needs crit, speed, and hit is because of his third skill, okay? Attacks an enemy 6 times, each attack deals 100% of attacking damage. First attack has an 80% chance to disable target's passive skills for 2 turns. That is the Oblivion skill. I think it's called I don't know, it starts with an A. Attacks 2 to 6 will poison the target if they are critical strike. So the first hit, the one that disables passive skills, you don't need to crit on that, but you do need a lot of hit rate, okay, for all his stuff to land. But of course, you don't just want to Oblivion the boss, you want to land as many dots as possible. You can land 5 dots inclusive of that. I mean in addition to the Oblivion. And then his second skill is just throw a toxic shuriken at all enemies 2 times. Each attack deals 100% of attack in damage and has a 30% chance to poison targets for 2 turns. Skills imbued with a 30% drain effect, so you drain a bit of like your HP. Okay, so his comp is a bit different. It's really not what you normally see, okay? And he runs really well as well. Okay, so there is a Flame Spirit, there's a Una, there is a Goblin Engineer, there is a Demonic Swordsman as well. Let's take a look. I'm not too bothered about the runes of the other units, but let's see how it fares, alright? Hopefully it doesn't fail on the first run. I've seen it fail because the Oblivion failed to proc, okay? And I just like to add that this team that he's running with, the runes are not incredibly good, okay? The runes are actually, surprisingly, I was pretty surprised, they are surprisingly not that great. Frankly, they're not that great. I think the Hattori was runed really well, okay? Don't get me wrong on that. Hattori was runed really well, even though I feel like there could be improvements to the Hattori, but yeah, the rest of the units, not amazing. There is a lot of room for improvement, which means that the timing of this team can be severely improved, which is always a good thing, okay? It's always a good thing, because as long as this run is stable, all works well. Okay, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the boss stage and why I really enjoy this stage. Of course, I mean, really enjoy this team. Of course, the Oblivion is there. The boss will not be able to counter attack, which is like around now. The boss is supposed to counter attack, but he won't. Another reason why I really like this team is because Hattori drops a ton of dots. He drops a shit ton of dots, right? All those dots that you see up there, they are all from Hattori, and you can see that he really stacks. I didn't even see the timing. Yeah, go ahead and rewind the video and check out the timing. It should be like a minute or something. The reason why I really like this comp is Hattori alone can stack a full 10 stack of dots on a boss. Okay, he alone has that kind of capacity to do that. And as such, what else do you bring with your 4 other units, you know? You don't really need more dots, because if you're gonna bring more dots, you're just gonna slow your run a little bit more, because you are just gonna overflow dots and you're gonna waste time taking turns, you know? You're gonna waste time. So as such, oh, that Flame Spirit died, but you know what, that's not even a problem because you don't really need Flame Spirit at the end. So in order to make up for having too much dots, he actually has a Goblin Engineer. And if you notice the Goblin Engineer with a defense break and a crit on his second skill, hopefully you get to see it. It actually does 120,000 damage, which means that the Goblin Engineer's second skill alone procs about 4 to 5 dots worth of damage in just his second skill. That's of course if I manage to drop the defense break, which I feel like this team is lacking. Okay, this team, if I'm gonna change something, I'm gonna replace the Una with a Cerberus, okay? Because Cerberus has a defense break on his first skill, and his third skill grants attack buff for your Flame Spirit and a crit rate buff for your Goblin Engineer. So yeah, without defense break, you see Goblin Engineer did 50,000, which is about 2 stacks, right? Okay, 1 minute 15 seconds. Let's take a look at this again. Ooh! Okay, that was a pretty good rune. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I would definitely replace Una with Cerberus, but you gotta find a way to make your team tanky, okay? Because you'll be losing out on the defense buff, which could be quite key, especially in Wave 1 and Wave 2, okay? Because in Wave 1 and Wave 2, they are a pain in the ass. They can definitely wipe your team. They can just sweep your team, alright? They can sweep your team if you are not careful. Because you're gonna run like Demonic Swordsman, who is not that tanky, Flame Spirit, who's not that tanky, Goblin Engineer, who is partially tanky. You can make him tanky as well, but Goblin Engineer isn't gonna get hit in this first 2 waves because he's a chaotic type. So there is that. Okay, so let's see how much damage a Goblin Engineer can do, okay? Come on, defense break. Demonic Swordsman, defense break. Nice, okay. That was 20k on his normal attack, which is not bad. But let's take a look at his second skill. Now, boom, 115k. Super good. So, because of the problem of the overflowing dots, you don't really have a lot of room for more dots. You don't really have a lot of room for support, more heals or whatever, you know. So you make up for it by doing raw damage, okay? Freaking raw damage, man. So that's the use of the Goblin Engineer right there. So this whole, the whole comp here synergizes very, very well, okay? The Demonic Swordsman is there for the defense break and of course the energy boosting for your team. The Una is there simply just for the attack break. Sorry, attack buff and the attack break. Yeah, also I was like dazing a little bit. Attack buff and attack break on her kit. But frankly, I feel that the Una can be replaced with a Cerberus. Okay, so Flame Spirit, her main use is just to clear Wave 1 and Wave 2. So it really doesn't matter if she dies right here. In fact, I think it's a good thing that she dies. Whoops. Yeah, I'm still testing luckyme. I'm actually recording the video if you didn't know. Okay, yeah, there you go, 115k. Flame Spirit, right? What was I saying? Yeah. It's a good thing that she died before coming to the boss stage because she would not be doing anything in the boss stage. In fact, she would be slowing down your runs because she's taking turns, and she's also, the Flame Spirit also has a chance to land heal blocks, which is wasting one single debuff slot. Alright, so there is that. We have done so many runs since like I started showcasing this team. This is crazy. It really works really well. Okay, after this run, I will show you the runes of the rest of the units. Okay. Yeah, look at that. It just feels so good to be cleaning them so quickly like that. I do feel like maybe we could actually replace, I don't want to say this, but I think we can replace the Demonic Swordsman with probably another Flame Spirit, I think. So with the attack buff, Flame Spirit goes, the first wave should be done, and the second wave comes along. The 2 Flame Spirit would still have the second skill, which can do significant damage as well. I think that might work, but you'll be losing out on even more defense breaks. Yeah, because DS brings the defense breaks as well. So I don't know. Yeah, the defense breaks needs to drop more often. It's not frequent enough on Goblin Engineer and DS. Yeah, you see, it's so infrequent that the defense break procs. And what if it gets resisted, you know? Because this team is also running with a speed lead, it's not actually running with a hit lead. It is amazing how much debuffs I'm seeing. Well, I mean, of course, mostly they come from Hattori. But okay, let's take a look at the runes. Real quick, okay, Flame Spirit, this is the stats. Attack, nope. Crit damage and attack, so just all out offensive. It's so slow, so slow. But her runes are not really that amazing. Una, who's just 5 stars. Really good speed. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, pretty decent speed, I guess. Decent speed. Okay, so speed, defense, HP, typical. Goblin Engineer, this is the stats. On Berserk runes, attack, crit damage, HP. I asked him why he used attack and not HP instead, because his S2 scales on enemies max HP, not so much of his attack. I mean, he does scale off his attack, but that's not really the matter. He says he used attack here because of clearing wave 1 and wave 2. So fine, that's fair enough. This is his DS, not bad actually. I think his stats is not bad. HP, HP. Oh, he's actually really slow. Okay, but I guess that works. HP, crit rate, and hit. Huh. Wow. Okay, so he really wants to deploy that stun and that defense break so much. But as you can see, the proc rate is only 25% chance. It's so slim. 2 attacks, maybe it's gonna be about 32% or something like that. I'm not sure. 33. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's his team. Again, his ID is luckyme from Europe too. Okay, so thank you so much for letting me showcase your Hattori and your account as well. Keep the requests coming, guys. I think this channel is gonna be like a request channel. I'm gonna be a radio station from now on, I guess. So yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again, luckyme, for letting me showcase your units. I don't know why I keep saying this, but yep. Well, with that said, like, comment, subscribe if you have not, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.